Hello, fellow YouTubers, and this is just going to be a quick video. It's the results of Night of Champions and my thoughts on them. I didn't watch the pay-per-view, so sorry if I don't know if each match was a technical masterpiece or which match stole the show. I'm sure other YouTubers will say that, or you'll have your own opinion if you watched. If you didn't, you probably just want the results anyway. So, real quick, the first match was the Dust Brothers taking on the Usos, and the Dust Brothers took the gold. I predicted this, and really you're going to have a rematch at Hell in a Cell, which will maybe the Hell in a Cell, which will be a good match. And then you can have Henry and Big Show taking them on later, if need be. You never know, and I'll get on that in a second. Sheamus beat Cesaro. That one kind of surprised me, but I guess they want to have a long U.S. title reign again. But the sad thing about that is that they've had a few recently anyway. Because didn't Cesaro have it for a long time the first time he had it? Ambrose had it for a while. Now Sheamus is having it for a while. I don't quite get it, personally. And Cesaro still isn't going to be doing anything. Unless he starts a feud with Sheamus. I really don't get it. And the reason he won't be doing anything, perfect segue here, is because Miz won the IC title. Why? I really didn't see this coming, and as I've mentioned so many times, I am a misfit. So I'm not mad that the Miz is the IC champion. I'm actually quite glad he is. But I'm mad that he lost it in the first place. Basically, you figure, I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but Ziggler looked like he won the IC title. Then the Miz won it. Okay, that's good storytelling. Oh, okay, well, then Ziggler won it back. Well, why did the Miz win it in the first place? Couldn't you have just flipped the results and had Ziggler eliminate Miz last? And now, Miz wins the title. So Miz is what now, like a 4-time Intercontinental Champion? And that's like the only thing they gained from this. That, and they swerved us. And I really think that was stupid, personally. I would have rather seen Ziggler win and Miz not been a champion than have a pointless title reign from both of them. But I'm going to stay optimistic. Maybe there's a plan. Maybe, and here's what I think. Wade Barrett might be set to return sooner. And if he is, he'll probably get a big pop, because he was getting pops when he left, from what I remember. So, he'll return, get a huge pop, and he'll probably be able to challenge for the IC title. So, hopefully there's that. Also, is the feud going to continue? I gotta imagine it is, and that really sucks, because I didn't really like the feud to begin with, but it's whatever. And then there was supposed to be the Reigns-Rollins match, but Reigns is out with surgery. He has like a hernia or something. And the official report from the WWE, they said several months. But when you read the report that the doctors actually gave, they said 4 to 6 weeks, I believe. So several months at most would be 2. Not that I know anything about hernias. But, you know, he's only going to be out for like 2 months. Which means they're probably going to be building Rollins up. Or, I don't know. I don't know. But Rollins wins because there's nobody to battle. So, was wrong there, but it's not really my fault. He probably would have lost. Then you have Rusev making Henry submit. And I figured Rusev was going to lose, but there's a reason why he didn't when you go to the main event. So, but, you know, whatever. Rusev is still undefeated. That's good booking. I really don't like Rusev, but as long as he's undefeated, that's a good sign. So, that's good. And hopefully this feud is over. But if not, maybe a Hell in a Cell match, not in a cell, because I don't think that'd be any good. But maybe they continue it, so that way Henry and Show can reunite after the Usos have cashed in their rematch clause. But then again, the Usos might cash it in tomorrow night. The Dust Brothers might get themselves disqualified. I'm rambling, okay? Then Orton beat Jericho. I'm pretty sure everybody expected this, unless you don't follow attention to. See, I was gonna say follow and pay attention. Unless you don't pay attention to the IWC, you knew Jericho was gonna leave, and of course he's gonna go out on his back. He pretty much always does, I think. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the good news is that Orton finally wins at a pay-per-view again. As I mentioned in a previous video, he hadn't won at pay-per-views since Elimination Chamber. That was 7 months ago. So he finally gets a win again. I know it means nothing because it's from Jericho, but it's a good sign. Then AJ won the gold, which is more of the flip-flopping. And I don't quite get why. So I wasn't expecting that, and the belt's being passed around again. But it's probably just to continue the AJ and Paige feud. And if I stop pretending like the length of reigns matter, because we know the WWE only cares about the number. So it's like there's two ways to make a count. It's if you're the longest ever and how many you have. You know, Cena has 15 world title wins. Flair has 16 world title wins. So they matter like that. But then you have, Bruno Sammartino, who was champion for 8 years or something. You also have CM Punk with his year plus reign. And so yeah, there's that. So that's probably what they're going for. They want to make AJ probably have as many reigns as possible. Because whatever. But it might also be because AJ is face. And as I said on the prediction video, they had a lot of heels winning. So having a face win the gold was probably a better idea. I don't really know why, but we'll probably figure that out on Raw. So, good to see the belt not on Nikki Bella. And then the main event, which I'm pretty sure is all we even care about, was Cena versus Brock Lesnar. And from what I've heard, it was a lot more evenly matched, which I'm pretty sure we all expected. And Cena hit 4 AAs, and I think the match was only 16 minutes. So, yeah. He tried to make Lesnar tap. Lesnar didn't. There was a Kamara lock, because I guess he's bringing that back again. I think Lesnar hit an F5. Maybe not. I don't remember hearing about an F5. But regardless, Cena won. But he won by DQ. So the championship doesn't change hands. It's probably been a plot device for more storylines than, there are championships. Champions. But, yeah. It ended in DQ because Cena hit his 4th AA, and Rollins came out and hit Cena with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and went to turn, and I guess he was going to cash it in on Brock Lesnar, but the referee, which vanished, I guess. The match should have started pretty much immediately once Lesnar got up. But apparently, Rollins curb stomped him, and all that good stuff, and it looked like the match was won. It looked like Rollins was going to walk out champ. But let's be serious, he wasn't going to. And Cena got up and cost Rollins the cash in. So they both cost each other, and here's what I'm thinking. You have one of 3 different things that can happen. Either you're going to have a rematch, Cena versus Lesnar, and Cena's probably going to win the rematch. If this is Hell in a Cell, they've been building it up. I don't agree with it, but with Reigns out, that might be the only option. Then you have option number 2, which is you're going to have a fatal 4-way at Hell in a Cell. Cena, Lesnar, Rollins, Ambrose. And if they go that route, then Lesnar will probably retain, because he'll have Rollins or Ambrose to pin. Because I figure on Raw tomorrow night, Lesnar and Heyman are going to come out, and Heyman's basically going to say, Trips, I thought we were on the same side, and I don't agree with what you did. And I don't really like this because, okay, Cena is a face who gets booed a lot. So Lesnar is now a heel who gets cheered. So if he turns on the Authority, he's going to be a face. There's not much you can do to really change that. So what, are they going to book that the Authority went face? Or are they both heels? That was probably why this had to happen. So Heyman is going to get mad and he's going to be like, well, we're going to walk off. And Cena's going to be like, well, I didn't lose fair. I actually won the match. So I should have my rematch still. Which means that Cena has to win. Not complaining, but it's just fact. Anyway, from what I've heard, it was a pretty decent pay-per-view. Again, I didn't watch, but really, I don't want to say it's SummerSlam again, but it kind of is. And the sad thing is that with all the title changes, none of the feuds really ending because of that. It's going to seem like SummerSlam 3 at Hell in a Cell. So anyway, those are my thoughts, those are the results, all that good stuff. And I guess I've got nothing else to say. So, subscribe. Peace out.